morning, everybody. My name is Carla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I enjoy and a little bit of life thrown in. Today is Sunday, January 9th, and this is my FlossTube number 124. I want to say welcome to anybody who is a new subscriber, or just finding my channel for the first time. I hope that you like what you see and want to hit like and subscribe. But we do have a lot of new subscribers, so welcome to all of you, and welcome to my subscribers that have been with me for a while. I'm so happy to have you all here and get to spend this little bit of time with you every Sunday morning. Weather, I usually talk about my weather here in Southern California. I live in Anaheim, right by Disneyland, for those of you who don't know. We are having, cool for California weather, which means it's like in the 30s and 40s at night, and it's been about mid-60s during the day. We had a lot of rain the week of Christmas, but nothing so much since then. It's been foggy sometimes in the morning. I'm sorry, I keep looking out at my window right here. I don't know, looking at the sky is gonna, give me an idea of what to say about the weather. But yeah, it's been foggy and misty on some mornings, but usually burns up around 11. And so it's been overcast several days, but we haven't had the rain back yet. Or again, I don't know if we will. The 10-day weather forecast isn't saying that we have to be on the lookout for any rain. So it's been kind of crisp and cool, but sunny. It's pretty sunny right now, and it is 9 o'clock in the morning. I want to give a big thank you to a new subscriber, Vicky King. She used the Buy Me a Coffee link and gave me a little bit of a gifty on there. And so thank you very much, Vicky. I really appreciate it. It's always so fun when I get a little notification in my email that somebody bought you a coffee. I know from watching other floss tubers who use these links that Buy Me a Coffee has gotten a little bit more difficult because they're not linked with PayPal anymore. So it's, you have to go directly to your bank or whatever. So a lot of people are kind of combating that by adding, aside from just the Buy Me a Coffee, they add the Ko-Fi coffee link, Ko-Fi. So I got that one too. They're both linked down below if you want to use them. Of course, it is completely not necessary, but a lot of people do like to use some of their discretionary money doing Buy Me a Coffees and do Patreons and stuff like that. So if you are one of those people and want to give me a little bit of a tip, monetary tip, then they're down below for you. Okay, so reminders for you guys. We have a Stitchy Zoom meetup coming up on January 23rd, which is 2 weeks from today, I believe, at 2:00 p.m. Pacific time. So if you would like to join in on that, it's just very casual, just getting together and crafting and chit-chatting. That's all it is, for a couple hours. And if you'd like to join in, then please personal message me on Instagram, and I will send you the link and the passcode. It's just for my mental safety. I feel better doing that rather than like publishing. I don't want to publish a link. So I will send it to you individually. All you have to do is ask for it. So please do that. So far I've had two people message me, and my friend I know is going to join in. So, but I know like most people do it the last week, but, don't feel bad if you tell me you're going to and then can't, I don't hold that against you or anything. So yeah, if you're interested, just please message me. My Instagram is listed down below, but it's Carla with a K, KarlaWthak. There's no I in the with. And that's my Instagram and my email at AOL, because I'm old apparently. Yeah, I guess I found out, I was talking to somebody who is of the younger generation, and they're like, does anybody even use AOL anymore? And it's like, well, I do. I've always had an AOL account. Why should I switch? I guess that makes me old. Oh well, it is what it is. The other two, excuse me, my nose is a little drippy here. My other two reminders are sales that are ongoing or coming up. Actually, I did come up with a hashtag for the Twisted Sal, which is going to be Twisted Sal. That's for anybody who wants to just post pictures of the Twisted Rainbow Sampler or the Twisted Bam Sampler. They're both by Northern Expressions Needlework, I think. And I'm enjoying doing it, and a lot of people said that they either had it or had started it or were waiting to start it or whatever. So I figure if there's a bunch of people who are interested in doing it, let's just, you know, post pictures together and sell it. And the other one is coming up in February, the Be My Own Valentine sale. That's hashtag BEE My Own Valentine sale, and basically it is a anything that has a bee on it, any kind of pattern, and it's just a reminder to ourselves that regardless of your romantic situation, I mean, you could have been married for 50 years and you still need to be your own Valentine, as well as you know, a Valentine with your spouse. So so that's what it's for. So that will be coming up in February. Okay. So, I don't really have a lot of chit-chatty stuff to tell you this week. So I guess we'll just get right into it. Maybe it'll be a short video, but maybe it won't. We do have giveaways to do. Which I'm just checking to make sure they're here. Yes, they are. Yes, okay. All right. So, no starts or finishes. Well, I did my notes, and then after I did my notes, I was on a couple Zoom calls Friday night with some friends, and then yesterday I was playing D&D with my brother and the kids. So, or actually the one kid, Reagan was out shopping yesterday, so she just told us to play without her, so it was just Aaron and Logan and me. But while I was on these calls, I actually did do an FFO, and I started a small diamond painting, so I'll show those too. So the FFO that I did, I was just really sitting here and kind of just got the, you know, the wild idea. Over the holidays, I like candles. That's not an unusual thing. I love Bath and Body Works. I have a lot of candles, and I do burn them, I wouldn't say every day, but fairly regularly. But I didn't buy Bath and Body Works candles this year, and I was on Kohl's, and I realized that Kohl's has candles that can be a lot cheaper with their sales and discounts and all that kind of stuff. And I've bought the Sonoma ones before, and I tend to like them. They're very similar in the shape and everything to Bath and Body Works. But this time I saw these Scentworks, which Scentworks actually, Harry Slotkin was originally the one who started, I think, Bath and Body Works. I mean, there was a splitting of it, but he was like the original. Anyway, so these are the Scentworks ones that came from Kohl's, and they're in these really heavy glass jars with lids, different colors, and the jars are actually really pretty. I have all kinds of things brewing in my head, like what am I going to do with these jars when I burn the candles? I'm thinking succulent gardens, etc. But any of you guys who have watched my channel for a while know that I tend to kind of try sometimes to find found items around my house to do crafty stuff with. I have made, and I actually have a little video on taking Bath and Body Works lids and turning them into little orc catchers using some sticky back felt. I mean, it's not hard. You got a circle and felt. And they make really good little art catcher trays. So anyway, I have this candle that I've been burning on my desk when I'm sitting here, which is a really pretty red color. And I was sitting here playing around with the lid, and I went, hey, I have not been happy with the way that the Lionheart, I put it on red felt, and I didn't like it, and I had it hanging here, and it was like hanging crooked, and I didn't like it. And I kind of like laid it on top of here, and I thought, hey, that looks really good. And it'll stand up. It's too heavy to like hang from my ornament tree, but you know, I'm not doing that as much lately anyway. So I just glued him onto the lid here. So I guess technically I could still just use it as a topper on the jar if I ended up using the jar for something, but really I think I'm just going to use it as like, you know, a little stand up. Well, you can't see that. Let me see. Okay, this is my notebook. So it will stand up on the shelf. And I think that looks really cute actually with the red glass and everything. And I mean, I have these candles with all different colors, and I have a bunch of little ornaments because I got them for the ornament tree. So if I decide not to actually hang them, then I can glue them onto these and then, you know, stand them up in all different places. So anyway, I actually am really happy with that. I think it looks really cute. You know, took just a little bit of glue. That was all I did with that one. Okay, and then, oops. As far as a new start, while I was on the Zoom call, the Zoom game, I just started this wreath. Because I got this one kind of to be for February. And so I just, you know, started it. So I'll keep you posted on the progress on that. And when it's done, you know, of course, I will drill my little holes with my little drill set that I got. And then the chain and the hooks that I have currently with the peacock that's on my door, I will just use that same chain and hooks and just switch it out. So, okay. So other than that, though, I didn't have any starts or finishes this week. Just a bunch of whips of my fancy ladies. Before I show you all of the whips that I did, I have to show you, I had a bit of a disaster yesterday. I can't believe I did this. So as you guys know, for January, I'm doing my like fancy ladies, and I picked 7 of them. I have 7, which to me was like, oh, that's great. Then if I work it out, I can work 1 each day, and then I can show you all 7 every week. So I actually didn't stitch on, I think Friday. I didn't stitch one of the days this week. So yesterday I'm like, well, I'll work on the 2 that I haven't worked on, which happened to be Bellatrix and Catnap Faye. So I worked on Bellatrix during the day and got a big chunk done on her. And then I started working on Catnap Faye yesterday evening, and I worked on it for a couple hours. And as you know, I do that. It's full coverage, and I do it with parking and in the diagonal. And, you know, occasionally I come across a part thread that seems like the wrong color, but I was coming across a lot of them. And I was like, what the heck was I doing when I was doing this? I parked really badly, and I was having to move things, and, you know, and I got, oh, how many stitches in, or rows? 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably did about 100 stitches, so 10 rows. And I was ready to pack it in and, you know, put everything away. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, it doesn't look right. I mean, the colors are all, you know, correct because we're in a pink and a little bit of yellow area. But looking at the picture and looking at what I had on my fabric, I'm like, this isn't right. What I had done was, I have my chart, it's in little bits basically, because just how I copied it, and you know, and I fit them together, and it works fine. I grabbed the wrong page because when I finished the last diagonal, I was actually at the corner of a bit, and I grabbed the section that was up higher. I don't know if this is making any sense, but anyway, so I did 100 stitches that belonged, you know, so okay, so I did 100 stitches down here that was actually the pattern for up here. So of course, like when I first started doing it, it looked okay because, you know, the pajama colors are the pajama colors and it all blends in. And when you're stitching this way, you don't really see the pattern, you just are stitching the stitches. But when you step back, it's like, that doesn't look right. And I figured out what I did. So basically that means that I have to pull out 100 tiny stitches in full coverage. Basically I cut all my parked threads. I cut all the parked threads up here because they're all gonna be wrong. And I started pulling out these stitches, which is not fun. You know, to cut them, but be careful to not cut this fabric, and this fabric is really loosey-goosey fabric anyway, which it's not my favorite to work on for full coverage at all. So I was able to get a couple rows out, but I still have the rest of this little bit to frog out. So yeah, that was quite a disaster. I mean, not a non-fixable disaster. Of course, I can just pull those stitches out and start again, and you know, it'll be like starting at the beginning of a pattern. I don't have anything parked yet, but I can't believe I did it. And it's just, I sat there staring at it for 10 minutes, like just in disbelief. But you know, stuff happens, right? So I'm going to have that chore maybe today to pull out all those little stitches and start again. So I mean, up here, I'm sure the parking up here is fine, but I pulled out the section of stuff that I had parked doing those 100 stitches because they're all going to be the wrong color. I mean, the parking is actually would probably be okay because, but anyway, yeah, it just, so it's like I have to start over again on this row. But anyway, so that was my disaster. Was not really pleased with myself at the end of the day yesterday. Okay, so other than that, I worked on all of my fancy ladies and the twisted band sampler. So let me show you the twisted band sampler first. And remember, if you have any interest in doing either this one or the other piece by Northern Expressions, which this is called Twisted Rainbow Sampler. I think the other one's called Twisted Band Sampler. Please do them. And use the hashtag TwistedSal. Okay, so I just got a little bit more done on the cross stitch section here, and then I started right here on the specialty stitches section with these little shell stitches. And yeah, so I mean, I'm enjoying it. As I said, the specialty stitches are not difficult. However, they're a little bit, it's harder for me to see on the fabric, and so that does create challenges. So I end up, you know, oh, that doesn't look like I got it in the right hole, and I'm pulling them out and everything. But you know what? I'm slogging on, and I don't care if it's not perfect. These stitches are definitely not perfect. They definitely got better towards the end of the band. So I guess when I get down to the longer bands, then it's gonna look really good down here and maybe a little bit messy at the top. I don't care. You know, again, it's a learning thing. It's for my enjoyment. And, you know, you stand back and you look at it and it looks fine. If you get up close, you're like, oh yeah, that little one is wrong and that little one's wrong. I mean, if you look in these little stitches here, there's a couple in there that are really screwy. But again, I don't care. I'm not like entering this in any, fair or anything for a prize. I'm just doing it for my own enjoyment because I think it's really beautiful, and I like working with the colors, and the Sulky thread is really fun to work with. And so yeah, I'm happy with this. And I have it in a really cool bag, which I will show you when I get to haul. Okay. Next is Bellatrix. You guys know I love this piece. And where is she? Where is her picture? This is Bella Filipina. Bellatrix, in my head, her name is Morgan or Morgana. She's my D&D character. So this is her whole self. And then yesterday I worked on her arm and kind of her shawl. So I did this area. She's really fun to work on. She's on a piece of hand-dyed by Rolanda fabric, which is one of my favorite dyers on Etsy. Okay, Bellatrix. This is the Enchantress of the Abyss, which is also Bella Filipina. She is done on an Opal Aida that I dyed myself to get this really deep dark color. That is what I was craving for this piece. Oops. No. Okay, I just dropped the back of my magnet. Okay. There she is, and I think I worked in here this week. She really still doesn't quite look like anything, just like blocks of color, but eventually I will work over and get to her face and stuff, and then she'll look a little bit more like what she's supposed to look like. Next. This is my third Bella Filipina. I guess I just pulled out all the Bella Filipinas first. This was my New Year, New Start. This is the Autumn Equinox Pixie. This is also done on fabric, hand-dyed by Rolanda. And that is where I am so far. So again, doesn't quite look like anything yet, but this is, oops. This is her bodice, this is part of the skirt, and then her wing. Excuse me. My stomach's feeling a little growly. I haven't had breakfast yet today. So if you hear something, sorry. Okay. This is my Wind Moon Fairy. This is a Dimensions Gold collection, and the art is by Nene Thomas. So she's pretty much like full coverage, but like all gold collection stuff. It's not, you know, just straight cross stitches. There's half stitches and different different thicknesses of floss that you use. So I worked over in this area. And I'm holding it upside down again. Did that last time too. Okay. Now I can tell because of the cat. It doesn't look like anything, especially when you hold it upside down. But when you put it right side up, then you can kind of see the cat coming in. But I worked in down here. And I started this one in the center like that because when it's a kit, you know, the fabric's cut pretty close. And so, you know, I didn't want to take any chance of it not fitting. I was having a panic moment actually yesterday with Bellatrix because it just all of a sudden it seemed like the fabric was too like short. So I counted and it's going to be fine. But yeah, it was like a little bit of a panic moment. Let's see. And oh, Ella. Okay. Is she here? Where are you, Ella? Here she is. Okay, this is Ella, the Frog Princess by Mirabilia. That's what I have so far, and I worked over in this area this week. Not folded very nicely. It's like, yeah, let me just wad it up so I can get it back in this package. Okay, and then last but not least is Eva Across the Moon. This is a Nora Corbett Bewitching Pixie. And because it is a Nora Corbett, I have a feeling this one, I mean, it's going faster. And I have a feeling that I can get this one done, if not this month, then shortly after. Or, you know, in the next month that I work on it. This is Fabric Flair fabric. That is a GaRon Stitchery exclusive. And I saw it, I had to have it, and then I knew that this was the exact perfect Nora Corbett to put on it. So I got her hair is pretty much finished. So I think this is gonna look so cool. I took a piece of paper that was the size of the finished stitching, and you know, to see like what placement. So I think I wanted her to kind of be going across the moon but not all the way. So I think she's gonna go to like over here. but I'm really intrigued by doing the stitching on, you know, this printed scene kind of fabric. So I don't know, I kind of like want to try to do other ones like that. So we'll see. We'll see if I come across something that's really gorgeous, you know. But you have to find the right pattern. That's the thing. I've always liked, there's an under the sea Fabric Flair that I was always really drawn to, but the mermaids that I have and that I wanted to stitch didn't fit because the under the sea, but it looks like it's kind of like the top of the water, and like Enchantress, I wanted her to be really deep and everything. But there's some other mermaids that I think would look good on that, so maybe that will be sometime in my future. I don't know. Okay, so that was all my stitching. So yeah, I did a lot of stitching this week. You know, pulling them out, it's hard because they don't necessarily look like anything yet. They're like lumps of color, but they're gonna grow and they're gonna look gorgeous. Okay, so haul. I don't have a lot of haul. I only got one thing, or purchased one item this week that I wanted to share with you. They're from Amazon. The manufacturer is this Pilleay. And I told you about this. I was going to get this set of square hoops. So I do enjoy stitching in a hoop, probably the most. I do have some frame type things. I'm trying a scroll frame for the first time on the Twisted Rainbow. I think the scroll frame actually is going to be really great when I get to the beading stage of the Fancy Ladies, because of being able to roll it, and then, you know, so you can bead from the top and then roll, and rolling the beads is not the same as, you know, having them under a frame or something like that. So I think that will definitely be, when I get to that point, that will be a good use of the scroll frame. But when I first started stitching, I got these like rectangular frames that I thought, ooh, this would be really cool, because the one problem with a round hoop is that, you know, you lose a lot of stitching space with the round part, right? Which is what's nice about the Q-snap type frames. But I don't love Q-snap type frames. I just don't. So anyway, so when I got those oval ones, or they're ovally square squibbles, I guess. When I first started stitching, they were awful things. They just didn't hold the fabric. There was no tension at all. It was slippy. It was whatever. But then I saw these, and the difference between those ones that were awful and these is that these do have the ridge, just like the round ones. So the inner hoop has, you know, the ditch, and then the outer hoop has a ridge that goes into it, and it does hold the fabric really tight. So that's great. And this size is a good size for me. I have used, ouch, I just pinched myself. I used this one this week. It worked really well. I think this size will be good for certain projects as well. These two, I don't know how helpful they'll be. I mean, I guess if you have a really small project, I mean, I have worked on little tiny things, and it is nice to have a hoop that actually does fit it, so those would work. These came in 2 sets. You could either get the set with those 4, or you could get the set for a couple extra dollars with the big one. I did try this one as well. This does not hold the tension as well as the smaller ones. Same problem, because it's a rectangle. It's a little bit looser on the side. You can't get the tension quite as tight, but it still worked pretty well. And it is a little bit less cumbersome than the biggest hoop that I have. So you're getting the same or a little bit more stitching space because you're not losing the corners. And I don't know, it's a little bit less awkward to hold. I tend to, when I'm stitching, I kind of stitch reclining, lying down, reclining, and I kind of rest the hoop on my my chest, and then hold it lightly with one hand. So the square or the, you know, rectangle work pretty well. So if you are a hoop stitcher and are interested in maybe trying a square instead of a round, these actually do work pretty well. So that was my purchase this week. Oops. And then I did get some Stitchy kindness, friend kindness. These are from my friend Tracy, who I have known since I was, gosh, how old are you when you are a freshman in high school? Because that's when I met her. So Tracy does not stitch, but she does, I'm encouraging her to be more crafty in her life. She's always been a little crafty, but she sews. She enjoys the sewing more than I do, and she has a lot of projects that she has done and is planning or for around her house. And then I just recently got her into doing a little bit of diamond painting ornaments for her Christmas tree, whatever. But anyway, so the sewing has been her kind of go-to recently. And she, before the pandemic, went out and bought all these like really gorgeous fabrics. And she bought a lot with me in mind because they have black cats on them. So when she gets in a sewy mood, then she has made me some really cool bags and stuff. And she sent me 3 this time. Some of them were to my specification, and some of them were like, just like, yeah, make what you want. So she made me this really cool, this is a drawstring bag. And I had told her that I had a couple bigger projects. Like I have some stuff that I keep in pillowcases, and I'm like, it would be better to have, you know, something that was made for it, and the drawstring is really great. So this actually fits the squirrel frame. This was just a happy accident because, you know, I told her about this long before I got the squirrel frame. And then when I got this, I was like, hey, I think the squirrel frame will fit. And it does. It fits perfectly in this. In fact, it's actually, there's room for other stuff if I wanted to, you know, store it and have more than one project. So I love it. So it not only is it pretty, it's got this gorgeous like black cat fabric, but you know, it keeps it protected and dust free and free of, you know, kitties walking on it and all that kind of stuff. So that one's great. And then, you know, she made more than one. So she made me this bag, which I mean, this is like, would work as a regular project bag, really. So cute. I told her about these snaps, so she got a set of them, and she agrees with me that they are really great. So there's that one. Isn't this fabric gorgeous? Oops, wait. Beautiful baggy fabric. And then another little drawstring, which will also fit, it would fit like a Q-snap type thing. It would fit a hoop if I wanted to keep something in the hoop. So yeah. So I just told her, anytime you want to make any of these kind of things, just send them to me. I can always use them. So I have her bags. I have them all over, and I have threads in them and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, I'm thrilled to have those, and very happy to have a friend who likes to sew and can make these things that I don't really want to make. Okay, so that's it for all the stitching and stuff. And now we got to get into the giveaway portion of the video. So if you didn't see my video last week, I kind of flew past 2,000 subscribers when I wasn't really even paying attention at the end of last year. So I decided to go ahead and do kind of a pass the stash of some of the charts that I have completed and loved. And so that's what we're going to do. And so I'm going to go through, I'm using the YouTube random comment picker. I know you can't really see it right here. So I'm going to do that. We'll come with the names, and then I will try and comment on your comment. But then you guys need to, if you win, you need to message me on Instagram or send me an email with your mailing address, and I will stick this in regular envelope with regular postage and mail it to you next week, or when I hear from you. So if I don't hear from somebody for like, you know, until my next video, I'll announce it again, and then, you know, then I'll probably give up because I don't want to chase. Okay, so first one, let's try this one. This one, the keyword was August. This is the Kitty Cocktail by Calico Crossroads. And bear with me while I do this. Okay, there were 5 people who are interested in this one. And start. Oh, wait. Okay, this is going to go to Blue Sea Brandy. And she said, Happy New Year to you, Carla. Congrats on your milestone and all the new viewers. I bet they came for the purple hair and stay for your personality and beautiful stitching. I'm sure it sounds like I'm sucking up, but that's what happened for me. I'm planning to purchase Night Walk Down with my Christmas money, so I'll have to skip around in my viewing. See what you've done with it. Thank you for the opportunity to receive your pass along stash. The Lovely Witch, August Kitty, and Rainy Day Cats are all patterns I would enjoy stitching. Okay, so Blue Sea Brandy. Blue Sea Brandy. That's a newer comment too, because I haven't even replied to it yet. And I do reply to all of my comments, and will continue to do that as long as I'm able. I never get that many comments, so it's not like it's not doable. Okay. Okay, next one. I think the code word on this one was witch. This is All Hallows Eve by Leela's Studio. So cute. This pattern is really fun to stitch. Okay, there's 22 people who wanted this one. Yeah, it's popular. Jennifer reads and creates. She said, Happy New Year to you and Baggy. He's so funny with all his meows and purrs. I can't wait to see all the progress on your fancy ladies this month. Cats and Witch. So Jennifer reads and creates. Okay, oops. Jennifer reads and creates. So please contact me, Jennifer. Okay. And we have Madame Chantilly, Cats in the Rain. Love this pattern. I made a lot of color changes. But I mean it's versatile. You can do it as is, or you can make a lot of changes to it. Okay, there's 17 people who were interested in this one. Oh. Rhonda Wise. Rhonda said, Happy New Year's and enjoy your podcast. Have a great year, Witch and Cats. Hey, Rhonda. Send me your info. Now, if you send me your info before for something, send it to me anyway, because I don't know that I still have it. I don't know if there's been any changes, so please still send it to me. Okay. Next is Satsuma Street Leo, which I think the code word was Leo, right? This one, only 4 people wanted it, so you have a good shot. I realize if you're not a Leo, then maybe, you know, unless you love lions or something. But for you August babies out there, this is a great one. Debbie Sisk. Yay! She's my, she's been on all of the, of my Zoom meetup, so I'm glad that you got it, Debbie. So hopefully I'll see you in 2 weeks anyway, but I need your address to send this to you. Oops. And she wrote, congratulations on the new followers. Can't wait for the next chat. Seems like it's been longer than it has. December was such a long month. Baggy was extra adorable today. August Leo cats with celebration. Oh, which celebration? Guess she was open to everything here. Okay, and then the last chart is Hands-On Designs 8-year celebrations. I stitched this in 2019 and a little bit in 2020. I did a chart a month, and I still haven't changed out. That's still December. But this is a great chart. Okay, so hey, bags. Okay, celebration. Did I spell that right? Yes. And 15 people wanted this one. And it goes to Susan Silver. Happy 2022 to you and yours. Lovely progress on your whip. So inspirational. I would love to see celebration, birds, or witch. Oh, wait. I'm missing one. Oh, here it is. Okay. I thought I was at the last one, and I'm not. This is Susan Silver. One more, which is the Crossed Wing collection. It's First Encounter number 8 is what it's called, but I always called it chickadees. But the code word was birds, and I stitched this for Tracy, the one who made the bags. Ten people wanted this one. And it goes to Fair Rose, F-A-I-R-E Rose. It says, been loving seeing all of your progress on your whips and can't wait to see this year's celebration, birds, and witch. Okay. So there we go. Congratulations everybody who got the chart. So the birds is the chickadees is for Fair Rose. Susan Silver got the Year of Celebrations. I wrote Leo. This is Debbie. Sisk got Leo. Rhonda Wise, Cats in the Rain. Jennifer Reads and Creates, Leela's Studio, All Hallows Eve. And Calico Crossroads, Mini Kitty Cocktail, Blue Sea Brandy. So if you guys could please contact me on Instagram, or you can send me an email, but Instagram is a little bit easier for me to find and save and whatever. With your addresses, then I will get these out in the mail to you hopefully next week. Okay, I think that is about it. I look Wednesday for a video. I think I'm gonna do a video. I'm thinking about doing it this afternoon. Just kind of like showing kind of up close. So it'll be one, you know, it's my hands, not my face. Different kinds of flosses and threads, and so you can kind of see them up close, because I know when I first started stitching, you know, I didn't know what pearl cotton was or what it looked like. I had to get some to see, and so I have, you know, a healthy collection of regular stranded cotton and overdyes and a bunch of different Rainbow Gallery things and some silk and some, you know, things that I've used for doing the counted canvas. So I think I'm gonna kind of do that and pull all these different threads so that I can show those to you. So I think that's what's gonna go up Wednesday. You know, we'll see. So keep an eye out for that, and then I will be back next week with another regular video and update on all of the pretty ladies that hopefully I will have lots of time to work on this week. So hope you guys have a great week. I hope you're back to work. This past week was not too stressful for you. Until I see you again, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Carla. Bye-bye.